y'all. Funny Bone here. And y'all knew I was coming back with something. Hey, I want y'all to listen to one of these guys. This guy, he was a top aide to Donald Trump. And why he's not endorsing Donald Trump and why he thinks Donald Trump is so dangerous for the country if he's reelected. Y'all listen.
President, can you explain to people, first of all, why that is, and secondly, why you personally believe, and we haven't talked about this, but I'm sure you do because you've been around him, why you personally believe Donald Trump is such a danger to the republic if he's reelected?
Well, I mean, there's a lot to unpack there, but let me just talk about my colleagues and friends because we're sort of like in this Trump recovery unit together, which would include Secretary Esper, General Milley,
Scaramucci,
which would be speaking at my conference this coming May. It goes down to the temperament, it goes down to the lack of curiosity, and then it goes down to literally the meanness, and it goes down to the way he will hurt anybody and anything in his way. And so one of the big fights that I had with him in the White House was about the institution of the presidency. You know, we're there to serve the people. It's the only job in the country, as every one of us know, where all of the eligible voters get to vote on it. And therefore, you're president for everybody. Mr. Trump doesn't see it that way. Mr. Trump sees it as a self-aggrandizement, grandstanding position.
Exactly.
And you can make a little bit of money on the side. That's fine as well.
See?
So all the policies that you're discussing today, they're seen through that prism. They're not seen through peace, preservation of the democracy, prosperity for all Americans, not just the friends of his that he's cutting taxes.
His own cabinet officials rejected him.
Can you explain why he admires President Xi so much? Why he admires Vladimir Putin so much?
I want to know that.
Why he admires Kim Jong-un so much?
We all know.
Why we found out over the past week or two he admired Hitler so much.
Never read the stuff.
We found out from Ivana that he kept.
Say he never read Hitler stuff. Y'all remember that?
Bedside. Why
keep the stuff
what
is
his obsession with dictators, with tyrants, with strong men?
Because he won.
Like Orban even.
Because he won.
Well, it has to do with the adulation. And so when you're in countries like that, they get prescribed adulation. You don't have the dissension that you get in a dirty democracy in GMCC era.
Okay. Y'all, did y'all hear that? Which I already knew 95% of that anyway. I already knew it. But Mr. Trump got to come up with this money pretty soon. I think in a matter of, 2 days? So he got to come up with this money. But the thing about that, people, is nobody looking at the big picture. Donald Trump got 4 criminal trials coming up. Lawyers already asked for money to file this, file that, file that. So he got way more problems than trying to get this money up for his bond. That over 30 insurance companies had told him, hell no. We wouldn't touch you with your own toes. So guess what? It's going to be a long, long, long year. Just like I told y'all before. It's going to be a long year for Mr. Trump. And it's going to be a bad one for Mr. Trump. So I say this again. I echo this again. If y'all don't think Donald Trump is in way over his head and is in big damn trouble, then you must be one of them MAGA resolution people. Because y'all ain't going to see it. But I'm telling y'all, Mr. Trump's ass in trouble. Badly. So, he might admire Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un. He might admire those guys. But one thing those guys have that Donald Trump don't have. They are not narcissists. They don't believe that everything they touch is right, everything they say is right. That's the propaganda that they put out. Donald Trump didn't know the difference. He think it played out everywhere. So that's why Mr. Trump is in the predicament he's in. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, the predicament he's in, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And then I would not, because Donald Trump, he's getting an inkling now that how serious this is, and he may want to start looking up prison life. He better look at some clips, some of these prisons that are really, really horrible, and hope like hell he don't get something one of them. But newsflash, you're going to be something one of them, Mr. Trump. You thought it was all funny when a year ago when this stuff all kicked off. You talking about everybody. You talked about any and everybody. Now look who's any and everybody is talking about. Your sorry ass. Yeah. Because one way or another, this whole world is talking about you, Donald Trump. And it ain't the kind of publicity that you seeked. Ain't the kind that you set out to get. But it's the kind that you deserve. If any living being on earth deserve to be humbled, it's you, son. And you gonna be humble. Humble so much that you're gonna probably go out your mind worse than you are now. This is just the beginning. That word look you got, I got the money. No, I don't. I don't have the money. No, you don't have the money. Who's got that kind of money on standby? Not even your richest people have money like that on standby. There'll be a fool too have it on standby like this. For what? For catastrophic events like this? No, this you caused, Donald Trump. You caused this on your own self. Thinking you were smarter than the United States. Thinking that you could infiltrate the election. Put fake voters in there. Yeah, you and Rudy Giuliani. Then y'all gonna talk about the poll workers. Smear those in the end. Just go ahead and smear them. No matter. Look what it's costing y'all. Y'all careers. Y'all livelihood. And eventually it's gonna cost you your insanity. Your sanity is gonna be erased. You're gonna be insane for it's over with. Because I can tell y'all right now, if Donald Trump, ain't no if, it's when. When Donald Trump gets convicted and he's headed to the big house, it's gonna be televised, all that stuff. It's gonna be televised. All that stuff with Donald Trump's demise is gonna be televised. And just like I told y'all some videos ago, in the end, it's all gonna be public records. And anybody in the public can go request those records and get them and read them. Yeah. Read up how all this stuff came about. That's what I encourage you to do. And when you think Donald Trump went way too far, he's been going too far for 20 or 25 years, thinking he can do anything he wants, thinking that he's above the law, disdain for the law, disdain for everything that we stand for, our democracy and everything. Just piss on all that. Well, Mr. Trump, I tried to warn y'all a long time ago. I tried to warn y'all when this stuff first kicked off. Donald Trump did not have a clue who he was dealing with when he messed with the United States government. You try to destroy something sacred like an election, son. Now I tell you this, and I told y'all way back, gonna be big ramifications and consequences for that. I told you. I served this country. I know how this country operates, and I knew that he had went way too damn far. I knew that when it kicked off. And I told y'all, the United States government, we're not the best. Our system got flaws just like everybody else's system. But we do not put up with terrorism, dictatorship, fraud, treason. We don't put up with none of that. None of it. So you be dumb enough to cross the line like Mr. Trump has, you're going to get the same treatment that he's getting. And I told y'all before, many times I said this, the first thing that the United States government is smarter than anybody. And I told y'all, the first thing they're going to do is take his money. And that's what they did. That's what they're doing. By the time all these criminal trials are up, and like I told y'all in the other video, Donald Trump won't have eye water to cry with. Period. Nothing. Because he don't be gonna cry all his eye water out. He ain't gonna have that to cry with after this. So people, y'all think this ain't serious? You think it ain't getting serious? You think Donald Trump is not worried? You think Donald Trump don't know that he's up you know what creek without a paddle? Keep watching. Keep listening. That's all I encourage you to do. Keep watching. Keep listening. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back later. I want to know what y'all think about this right now. What do y'all think? Y'all think Mr. Trump in trouble? Or he's going to get up the money and he's going to be fine? He's going to be fine with the election? He's going to be fine beating Joe Biden? He's going to be fine beating those 91 indictments? Y'all think Donald Trump going to do all that? Well, those superpowers that he claimed he had, all the money in the world he claimed he had, look at him now. They were all claims and lies. So, we'll holler back at y'all. I got to keep watching, keep bringing y'all updates and everything like that, because you know I'm going to watch. I got to watch. I'm prepared to watch. And I'm prepared to fill y'all in. So, Funny Bone will be back. Catch y'all on the next one. Funny Bone out.